Hey everybody, Eli back, this time for a game-related video. I'm going to be reviewing Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. It came out a few years ago, but it's still a great game. It's a follow-up in the classic Danganronpa franchise, the third in the series. The basic idea is this, for those that aren't familiar. There are 16 students, they're brought into a school and informed that there's only one way out. To escape, a student must successfully kill a classmate and get away with it. After a murder takes place, a class trial is held to determine who the culprit is. It's like a darker, weirder version of Phoenix Wright. To be honest, Killing Harmony feels a lot like the previous games. It's just more Danganronpa. To be fair, there's only so many ways to rethink the franchise's proven structure. However, by sticking to the core skeleton of the franchise, the developers missed an opportunity to innovate Danganronpa's basic premises. Perhaps I'm just desensitized to Danganronpa's ridiculousness, but Killing Harmony definitely felt like a retread of most of its predecessor's central themes. That being said, new players will likely find V3 just as mind-bending as I found my first Danganronpa game. Even if veteran players find that they've grown used to the franchise's tropes, new players will find a lot of value here. That being said, there are still some genuinely great parts of the story. Killing Harmony includes several radical plot twists, which triggered my surprise as early as the first chapter. Mid-game, the developers did a great job switching up the in-game environments to keep investigations interesting. The final chapter was particularly bonkers. Although the ending itself was quite surprising, I'm still not sure how I feel about it. I won't talk too much about it here, but it felt like there was a disjunction between the ending and the rest of the game. An especially strong feature of this installment is the development of characters and their relationships. V3 does an excellent job at fostering empathy for nearly each participant, including the perpetrators of the in-game crimes. In the previous games, those responsible for the killings were generally and rightly ostracized. In V3, however, my moral compass felt regularly unmoored. Most deaths in the game were not malicious. It was difficult to root against the perpetrators frequently when the game introduced compelling justifications. Killing Harmony's characters and interactions might be some of the best in the series. Nevertheless, some parts of the story were genuinely weird and unsettling, in a bad sort of way. The game went a little overboard on some of the sexual content. I'm no prude, don't get me wrong. I have no problem with entertainment having adult content if it fits into the story or it adds value. In V3, however, the sexual references were so frequent and over the top that it felt like the dialogue was written by a middle schooler. There was just some really weird stuff that added very little value to the game. It was distracting at times. While V3 introduces several new minigames to the franchise, their appeal was varied. I love the new casino area that the developers added, which featured several excellent minigames. The new brick-breaking minigame, for example, was particularly fun. However, other games, specifically a racing minigame that occurs during the trials, felt both arbitrary and unconstructive. If a minigame fails to introduce key new insights at the trial stage, it shouldn't be included in the game. Some of the games just felt forced and unproductive. Overall, Killing Harmony is a great new entry in the Danganronpa franchise, but it does little to switch up the series' core structure. Frequently, V3 felt like it was retreading some of the same tropes of its predecessors. That being said, this entry has its fair share of great content. There were several genuinely shocking plot twists, including an ending that was quite thought-provoking. The characters were also strong, as were their relationships. Killing Harmony doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it is a strong installment for franchise fans and newcomers alike. Overall, I give Danganronpa 3 Killing Harmony an 8.5 out of 10.